Welcome along, everybody, to my watch-along for practice 3 for the 2025 Formula 1 Monaco Grand Prix, my favorite Grand Prix of the year. It is the final practice session. We had two absolutely banging practice sessions yesterday, so I'm excited for the final one today before we get into what I believe is the best session of the year. Any race, any qualifying doesn't trump qualifying at Monaco. It's the session that every single year you watch, it is a 10 out of 10 banger. So that will happen later on today. But first, we got practice. Let's get on into it. Now, if you're new to watch-alongs, welcome in. This is how it works. You got my face here. You got the live timings here. You got the session timer down at the bottom left that you can sync on up with. And you got lovely Twitch chat that you can type in. So if you're over on the YouTube stream right now, come over to Twitch. Come join us. We are live before and after every single session. So we're just playing F1 25 for the very first time while we're waiting for practice to start. Anyways, session about to begin. Let me get the timer up for you guys. One thing I wanted to talk about, just before for people over on YouTube, we were just watching a Adrian Newey interview before it randomly got taken down. One thing I wanted to respond about Adrian Newey real quick was, oh my god, I thought it was my friend. One thing I wanted to respond to real quick about Adrian Newey real quick was he said that analogy about the cost cap feels like you got three mountains and you go up a mountain and you don't know which one's got the highest peak. You could go up the right mountain or you could go up the wrong mountain. And I want to kind of elaborate on that because I love that analogy. The cost cap is negative in that sense of you can't explore all your options because you don't have the money to do that. So you have to pick a route and stick with it, aka pick a mountain and stick with it. And that's a problem. But what I will say is a positive about the budget cap is, let's say one team goes up the mountain, aka Red Bull in 2022. They go up the correct mountain. No one else goes up the correct mountain. Red Bull get to the top of the mountain. Unlike prior to the budget cap, where the analogy would be prior to the budget cap, Red Bull would get to the top of the mountain and then set up base, put missiles and guns on top and cannons to shoot down on everyone, and they're just at the top of the mountain and no one can beat them. The difference is with the budget cap is one team might get to the top of the mountain first, but other teams will then copy and then catch up to them because you just can't, there's not enough resources to just keep extending your lead, and eventually people will just catch up from copying. And to be fair, some people would argue that is kind of bad, that everyone kind of goes down the same route at some point. But I thought it was quite fascinating to watch how the cars developed from 22 to 23 to 24 to now into 2025, where like we kind of found like, okay, Red Bull was the quickest team, but then McLaren were able to extract more out of their car and end up beating Red Bull. And the cars have just gotten quicker and quicker and quicker every single year. So yeah, I think the budget cap's great. I do think it changes Formula One's kind of like feel a little bit, limiting people, but I think that's the right thing to do. Anyways, Watchalong, Colapinto out on track. Claudia, Mino, Nini, Simpal, Exton, Ox. Okay, Tom, thank you guys for the follows. We're on the stream. Sup, Lasoko on the stream as well. Oh, I gotta get the predictions up. Alright, predictions for practice 3 are up. I won't run these for long because I forgot to run them before the session started. Who will finish first in practice 3? Get your predictions in. Yeah, sessions were banging yesterday, so let's see how this session goes. But I missed in chat. But I didn't even take that down. There might have been like a wrong edit, or maybe they uploaded at the wrong time. To be honest, they got uploaded at the wrong time. They would just left it up. There has to be like an edit, or maybe he said something that didn't want to be in the interview and they had to take it down or something. Or like wrong logo or wrong name or something like that. I had a dream last night. A deal that Lawson would win. Actually not. It wasn't a dream. It was a nightmare. Okay, dude. Okay. You know, don't give me that. Okay. Who's your guys' least favorite drivers on the grid? Liam, Lance. Okay. Whoever it is, whoever your least favorite driver is on the grid, think of that person. If they won the Grand Prix, I think you'd be pretty excited. If my least favorite driver in the grid is probably Lance Stroll or Ocon. If they won a Grand Prix, that would be fucking sick. So don't give me, oh, Liam Lawson winning is a nightmare. Shut up. If Liam won, you'd be creaming your pants, calling it a banger race. These graphics are always confusing to me. Wait, which graphic was it? AKX? Sorry, Nixie. How's it going, by the way? Hey, Cax, prediction I want to gamble. I put, yeah, it's up now. It's up now. Sorry. Franco fucking sucks. We need Tuan back. Does Franco suck? I don't think he sucks. He just needs to find his confidence. We're going to have a live video call to someone at the track later on today or soon. Hannah, my housemate, she's currently in Monaco with a hospitality company, and she's on a yacht today. Trackside yacht. So she's going to call me later, or I'm going to call her later. And we're going to get a trackside POV, which is going to be fucking sick for the stream. When you drop in this fake Liam fan gimmick. It's literally fake Liam. No, I can't. Don't mold. They're trolling you. They're rage baiting you. Liam is making Q3 today, guys. Liam is making Q3 today. VCub looks good. He was on it yesterday. Actually, to be fair, VCub are practice merchants, so they'll probably suck in quality, but VCub were looking amazing yesterday. Crofty or Palmer? To be honest, Palmer. I mean, Crofty, you need a Crofty on your broadcast or Alex Jack. So if I had the choice between Crofty or Palmer as one commentator, I'd pick Crofty, but I prefer Palmer overall. But Alex Jacks is the better of the two hype commentators. Okay, my commentary tier list out of the 4. No, out of the 5. Because there's David Coulthard as well. I'd say 1 is Alex Jacks. 2 is Martin Brundle. 3 is Palmer. 4 is Crofty. 5 is Coulthard. Nothing against Coulthard. I love Coulthard. Actually, I'd go Coulthard than Crofty. I was going to say, yeah. Nothing against Coulthard either, putting him 4th. I love Coulthard. They're honestly all great. But yeah, Alex Jacks, Martin, and Palmer are just different gravy. P last, Paul DeResta. I like Paul DeResta. He was based. Toto Wolf's son, Jack, I believe his name is. So, Toto Wolf has a son who's just finished college, right? Is that with Susie, or is that with another partner? Because if that was with Susie, they got a big difference in ages with their kids. Why isn't Liam beating Hadja? He's had like 3 bad qualifiers in a row. He had a DRS problem, he had a battery problem, then he had the red flag. But yeah, when he's had the chance, he's not been great, unfortunately. But that turns around this weekend, I'm telling you. I never understand this. Track has low grip. What's the point in going out? Well, if you all sit in the garage, the track's not going to get better, is it? So why don't you all come out, join Liam and Colapinto on the track, and then maybe the track will get better. When I heard the difference between Sky and F1 TV commentary and testing, the decision was made. Yeah. I think that was a wake-up call for a lot of people. We had like a little like creator games friends night a little while ago, and we were having the discussion about Sky versus F1 TV, and half the people who were like, no, Sky's better, once we put on the comparison, they were like, oh shit, yeah, that's actually elite commentary. Basically, we showed Alex Jackson's commentary of Charles Leclerc's Monaco in lap or final lap, and they were like, oh, I might cry. Getting Liam to Red Bull was like getting a 4-year-old doing your GCSEs and expecting to pass. Oh my god, this Liam propaganda, bro. Also, like how Sky Sports give you ads. What's the point of paying? Yeah, it's more expensive. That's the main. Honestly, the main reason I moved to F1 TV this year isn't just because I prefer the F1 TV team. It is because I was paying more than what I would pay for a VPN and a subscription for F1 TV, and I get better quality picture. No, actually, I forgot. The thing that made me move, right, wasn't even the cost, because I'm usually the person who likes to do everything illegally. Like, I always pay for movies. I always pay for TV shows. I never pirate anything. I never illegally stream anything, because I don't think that's right. I think you should pay for the content that you watch. The reason why I decided to switch to F1 TV and get a VPN, and even though it's not legal, just, like, find a workaround, was because I was watching testing in 720p, right? Now, normally, the quality is 720p on these broadcasts anyway because of bitrate problems and stuff like that. But it was literally like I couldn't read the name on the live timings. Now TV updated their app and I couldn't even read the name on the live timings. And I contacted support being like, when's this going to be fixed? And they're like, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to move to F1 TV because I could not stand the quality. Is Sky more delayed? True, and Sky was more delayed than F1 TV as well, which was another problem. So yeah, I get a less delayed broadcast, a higher quality broadcast, in my opinion, better commentary team, no ads while I watch, and it's cheaper. This is why I don't think there should be allowed to be exclusive partnerships. I think there should always be competition. Does Sky Sports show the ads on the whole screen or half-half? On the whole screen. So during practice, they run 3 ad breaks during practice, and during qualifying, they run them in between sessions. None during the race. What do you have in Australia? In Australia, we had KO Sports, which used the Sky Sports feed. When we have 22 drivers next season, we'll have 2 sessions of qualifying in F2 like Monaco. Probably not, to be honest. Probably not. The reason they do it in F2 is because they're junior drivers and they're less experienced. So, but F1, you should be responsible enough with your engineers and the experience you have to get out of the way. But it's going to be hectic, for sure. It can be exclusive, but it needs to be really good quality and improved, not stagnant. Yeah. Yeah, for £40 a month, I should be getting 1080p. No, 4K fucking footage with no ads. F1 on Netflix would be great. Yeah, I think Netflix is doing well with their sports push, but at the same time, I heard people are having some problems with it. One second, I'm just gonna message Hannah now. I think it's like £35 per month or some shit. Yo, Melody! Wait, why didn't the alert come through? The fuck? It hasn't come through on stream alerts yet. Melody, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How was your stream? So you're playing Breaking Point. Were you playing it? Did you play it as well yesterday? So you're doing 2 sessions? If so, that's smart. I was also today on stream. I was like, I know we're only allowed to play 2 chapters, but can I play the same 2 chapters over and over again? So I just hopped back in and did chapter 1 or the prologue again just to drive around for a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in everyone from Melody stream. We're currently watching practice 3 in Monaco. So get the broadcast up, sync on up with us, chat with us all about the session. I'm not sure why the alert didn't play. It's literally not popped on my stream elements. So sorry, but thank you. I do appreciate it. Let me get a shout out in chat because the mods are lacking. Mods. Melanie. There we go. Be sure to check out Melanie, guys. You getting ready for F1 25? You're gonna be streaming a lot. Oh, Hadge is really pushing. What's up, Jay Lucas? Yeah, you can do it multiple times. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had more time to do chapter 1 again, but we just kind of drove around the prologue and checked some things out. It'll probably be Ferrari versus McLaren battle. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Leclerc versus McLaren's for pole, and then Lewis, Red Bull, Mercedes, Aston, Williams, V-Carb fighting for the next lot on the top 10. Do you still go to college if you don't mind asking? No, so I dropped out of high school. I absolutely hated school. Dropped out of high school and I did a media degree. Finished my media degree the year of COVID. And because I wanted to do live sporting events. I mean, no live sporting events were running. So I asked my parents if I could have 1 year giving streaming a go, and thankfully that was 2021, the biggest year in Formula 1, and I was really lucky the Twitch sports program started, so I was basically getting paid to stream. And then yeah, basically 1 year turned into 2 years, turned into what is about to be my 6th year of streaming. 6th year anniversary next month, actually. Oh, 6 years. No. Wait, no, 6 years. No, sorry, it's partner anniversary next month. Sorry, but yeah, 6 years this year. So no, I don't do college. I'm a full-time. I do content full-time. Do you play F1 25 controller on wheel? I will be playing on wheel, but I played it on controller today because my rig's still not fully set up. So Isaac goes up to P3 just behind Lewis. Good lap. Great lap from him. You're lucky doing what you love is great. Yeah, very, very lucky. Like at the end of the day, you got to build your own luck. And I'm not, I don't feel, I'm not one of those people who is like, oh, I'm so lucky. Like, you know, it's all luck. Like, you know, it's 50-50 at the end of the day. But I am also very lucky with timing of everything. Like COVID hit at the perfect time. Obviously, like if I could go back in time, would I stop COVID from happening? Absolutely. But in terms of it benefiting me, like that COVID quarantine kind of period, like was just perfect timing for me in my life at the time. Like it didn't affect anything. It actually helped me. Which is like that was very lucky for me. And then yeah, the timing with Formula 1 exploding right when Twitch started a sports push, it was just like perfect. Ever got recognized IRL? Yeah, when I'm at like F1 events, I do. I'm still yet to have someone recognize me randomly at a non F1 thing. Who knows if that will ever happen, but yeah, like at F1 events, people will come up and say hi. Or, oh, yellow flag. Are we gonna have our first crash of the day? Okay, it's just Hulkenberg going down the runoff. Who's gonna be the first crash of the day? There's gonna be a crash. Yeah, I usually get a lot of like people coming in chat or message me on Instagram being like, I just saw you. Probably the craziest experience I've had. Oh, he did good there to back out when he did. Probably the craziest experience I had was someone messaged me in the morning at the Austrian Grand Prix being like, yo, so sick that you're at the Grand Prix. We're here too. Have a good weekend. And I literally left the paddock, walked out the gates, and instantly that person's like, oh my God. And I was like, wait, you're the person who messaged me this morning? I was like, that is crazy time. Like, think about how big a Grand Prix is and the amount of people walking around. It was like the weirdest timing. Oh, have a feeling Bortoletto? Wait, you have a feeling Bortoletto what? Gotta get pole. How can Lewis be behind Holt given he set his lap on mediums? I mean, it's practice and who knows what fuel everyone's on, how much everyone's pushing. Oh, Bortoletto first crash. Right. Sorry. How's your morning playing F1 25? Really enjoyed it. It was actually fun playing something and doing something before the session started. Haven't done that in ages. F the mods respectfully. I'm joking, thank you. No, mods slacking, they deserve it. No, I'm joking, of course, as well. I think Sky's more for TV, not websites, because they have Ultra HD channels, but the app is low quality. But it shouldn't be like that. It's fucking 2025, bro. I was saying this the other day. I feel like Sky Sports is so behind the times, or TV companies in general are so behind the times. Because they got to appeal to the boomers who just watch shit on TV. Hulkenberg. You think Bortoletto's going to crash this session? You guys are all saying Bortoletto. I actually don't think we're going to get a crash on FP3 because if anyone pushes hard enough to crash before qualifying, they're stupid. We will definitely see 1 to 2 crashes in qualifying though. What's your favorite game to play on the stream? I mean, in terms of from a streaming standpoint, it's always the F1 games just because it's related to F1. But my favorite game to probably stream, like personally, iRacing, man. The ranking system on that game, the voice chat, I love it. What's up, FH Games? Leclerc gets superpowers in Monaco, apparently. He is looking locked in. He might have to go on my fantasy team. Why isn't Monaco a night race? I guess they could because it's a street circuit, but... Oh my god, Alex Jackson started streaming. It freaked me out. I guess they could do a night race, but I think it looks way better in the day. Wish iRacing instead of Corsa. Wish iRacing instead of Corsa would be on PS5. Instead of Corsa is on PS5, isn't it? Or ACC is instead of Corsa Competition. What's actually the difference between third and reserve driver? Third driver, I think, is just the priority driver of the reserves. So like Bottas is priority at Mercedes, whereas reserve driver is just like you are one of the reserves. It's just the terminology, really. They would both go to the tracks and do simulators and runs and stuff like that. Stroll purple. Stroll's got a 1-place grid penalty. Behrman has a 10-place grid penalty. If you don't know, Behrman got a 10-place grid penalty for overtaking under red flags yesterday. Did he overtake under red flags? Yes. Was it stupid? Yes. Should he got a 10-place grid penalty? I don't think so. I don't think you should get a pen for what you do in practice. It should have just been a heavy fine and heaps of license points. And Stroll got a 1-place grid penalty for hitting Leclerc. Same thing. Don't think you should get a grid pen for something that you did in practice. But Stroll goes up to P2 mediums. During qualifying today, it's got to be so tight. Norris up to the top now by 3/10. Oh no, has Ferrari touched their car overnight and now they're going to suck like they always do? Oh my god. So just looking at Tomo's stories, he's currently in Monaco with Red Bull, so just seeing what he was up to. I shouldn't have done this. I opened up my phone and then I saw Tomo's stories, so I was like, fuck, I'll look at that. And then someone else's shit popped up and I was like, fuck, I'll look at this because I don't want to miss it. That's where they get you, man. What do you think of the two-stop strategy? I think it's going to make some interesting strategy for the race. It's going to make it entertaining to see how it plays out. Will it fix the problem? Maybe not. Will it cause problems? Probably. But at least we'll get some entertainment. Will someone pin on lap 1? Yeah, if I'm Ollie Behrman, I'm pitting twice on lap 1 and 2 and then just going for the rest of the race and seeing how it works. How would you feel if the punishment was losing FP3 or a portion of it for Behrman instead? I like that, actually. I like that. That's actually a great punishment, Depeth. That is a great idea. You lose a practice session. If you do it, and if you do it in FP3, then you lose the practice session at the next Grand Prix. I like that. That gives you less time to set up your car. That gives you less practice in the car. You should also be hit with a heavy fine and heavy license points on top of that as well. But yeah, I think getting demoted for qualifying, I don't know. If they box twice early, when they risk getting lapped, yeah, they do. They will. But if you cannot get lapped, then what are your thoughts on Williams returning to somewhat glory? I'm excited, man. I keep seeing people be like, is Williams really the best of the rest anymore? Yes. Until they beat Ferrari consistently and or get a podium, they are 100% still best of the rest. They might be better than the best of the rest, but they're still in the best of the rest, in my opinion. Anyway, it's answer your question. I'm excited, man. Albon's great. Sainz is great. James Vowles is great. They deserve to be at the front. They are one of the teams that deserves to be at the front. Like VCarb, obviously, you know, more focused on marketing than actually being a top team, and keep fucking around with their drivers. Haas, unserious team. I mean, they're being better with Komatsu 100%, but Haas as a brand and Gene Haas pisses me off. You know, they're not a serious team, I feel. Aston Martin, another team that I think deserves to be in the fight, but right now they don't deserve to be because they're focusing so much on 2026. Sauber, no comment. I mean, you don't even need a comment. They're just not a serious team. And like again, I feel like Alpine don't deserve to be in that a top team with the way they act. I wish, for Gasly's sake, I wish they were, and they should be a top team. But yeah. So in other words, Williams have everything pointing for them to be a top team. And it looks like they will be a top team. Boom, Max up to the top. Wait, is that quickest lap of the weekend? On mediums. Wait, no, sorry. Almost quickest lap of the weekend on mediums. So the track record here is a 10-1. And we're already setting 11.9s on mediums. 11.9, sorry, on mediums. Aston needs a car. Yeah. Lovely. Love the shit. Ferrari should have signed Albon instead of Lewis. I think Mercedes should have signed. Nothing against Kimi. I think it was risky signing Kimi. Because what if he sucked? I think Mercedes should have signed Sainz or Albon. But they won't regret signing Kimi. Absolutely not. But I just think if you had a look at your options last year, I think signing a rookie was very risky. And then let Kimi develop at Williams for a bit. But in hindsight, worked out. Was this Hadji yesterday or was he? Whoa. That's a scary spot to be. Yeah, that's dangerous. In the dark, as you're about to get to the light area as well, it'd be hard to spot him. Why isn't he not just accelerating? Yeah, he should accelerate more. Well, I get you're on a cooldown lap, but surely you can accelerate a little bit just to get out of the way to be safe. Oh, yeah, he's clubbed the inside. Yeah. Every time someone posts that reaction clip, it bangs. Like F1 posted it on their socials this weekend. It got like 8 million views. What's Yuki's lap going to look like in comparison to Max? P2. 1/10 behind Max. That's great. Wait, you guys are so ahead of me. How? Oh, yellow flag. Who is that? No, we're good. Max is going even quicker. Wow, maybe the medium tire is better. Wait, why are you guys so ahead of me? $20. No, you're not. There's no way you're 20 seconds ahead. And Leclerc goes up to the top on softs. Okay, so question is, can Max and Yuki go quicker on mediums, on softs, or are mediums going to be better for them? Ostensha on 1F3. Cool. Oh yeah, that was dumb from whoever that was in front. Again, Yuki. Shared hype trains is a thing now. Yeah, so if you're streaming with someone like collab streaming, if there's subs popping off on both streams, then you get a shared hype train or something, which is pretty cool. No further investigation. Snowden had I missed that. Unless you're like, yeah, you are way ahead of me. Yeah, that's dumb. That I get like nothing happened, but they're looking at outcome rather than what's actually happened. I just don't know. Is Leclerc cooking? Oh yeah, he's just taking the top spot. I know he took the top spot over Max a little while ago, didn't he? Yeah, Leclerc's cooking on the softs. Red Bull's cooking on the mediums. Qualifying's gonna be so good later today. Yeah, Leclerc definitely is. I'd say Leclerc's favorite for pole. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the channel point predictions there. Who will finish first in practice 3? Get your predictions in. I'm gonna end it in 1 minute. Can't even see if Max or Yuki did something because of their white helmets. Still McLaren's, to be honest? I don't think so. McLaren's aren't as strong in qualifying as in race pace, and they're not looking strong this weekend. They haven't topped a session. I still think Leclerc's favorite. And if Max keeps up this form, I'd put Max in P2 because I just don't think those McLaren drivers have the confidence to drive around a track like this. Leclerc has nothing to lose, not need the championship at the moment. Yeah, exactly. McLaren's, specifically Lando, has a mental problem at the moment. Both McLarens have something to lose. Max just has huge balls, and Leclerc has nothing to lose and is confident in the car. Like, again, I genuinely think, even if Williams, wow, big lap from Max, 3/10 up on Leclerc now, the track's getting better and better. I think even if Williams were 1/10 off of McLaren in pace, or 2/10 off of McLaren in pace, I generally think we could see a world where one of the Williams out-qualifies McLaren because of their confidence that they have, specifically Albon. And that's what I love about Monaco is you see drivers like look at last year's, was it last year's qualifying or 2023's qualifying? You saw Ocon and Alonso in the fight for pole purely because they had the confidence in the car. And now he goes ahead of Russell. Mercedes look shit this weekend. I actually think I'm taking Mercedes out of my team and putting Ferrari on. Yeah, typical Red Bull. Building up over the course of the weekend and getting better and better each practice session. Eclipse Empire, they were the follow. God, I can't wait for qualifying later today, guys. It's going to be so fucking good, bro. I wonder if Ferrari's going to be quicker on mediums. Maybe, yeah. I'd like to see them come out in mediums and give it a go. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Merc out of my team. I think my hot takes coming into quali today, I think Yuki out in Q1. Although he's doing well right now, I think Yuki out in Q1. I think Hamilton out in Q2. Even though, again, Hamilton's looked okay. I think Hamilton out in Q2. I think both Mercs out in Q2. I think both Williams make it through, both V-Cars make it through, and Alonso makes it through. That is my predictions right now. This happens every year in Monaco, but now we've got even a closer grid. 3 shock exits. I mean, I don't think Merc has the pace right now to make Q3. Like genuinely, Williams look quicker, V-Carb look quicker. I mean, obviously V-Carb down there right now, so we'll see what the times are later. But at least in practice 2, they were quicker. I think Lawson makes Q3. I believe. Now you'll probably have like a battery issue or something again. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Angry man. Sometimes when the drivers do that stuff, like weaving in front and next to the drivers to show their anger, sometimes part of me is like, I want them to crash. So then the driver that didn't even cause the problem gets clowned on for retaliating. Bro, about to break TRS. Wait, what'd I do? Ponden was saying cream flying everywhere for Lawson Q3. Oh, you know what? I think he moved over for the house. Maybe, but it looked like he was driving to the side of him. Or he's blaming the driver, not the engineer. Yeah, true. I mean, obviously the engineer's got all the data, but also people will be surprised. Then you'll be surprised, right? It's 2025, billion-dollar sport. I've been in the garage and I was shocked. All the engineers have is a track map, right? Which is just little dots on a screen. And, you know, sometimes the dots cover each other and it's really hard to see. And you don't know who's on a push lap, who's on a not when you're just looking at a track map. They have lap time data so they can see the gap to the drivers behind. But obviously they update at a periodical time. So again, it's hard to kind of look at that data and just be like, oh, is that guy on a flying lap or a cooldown lap? And they've got screens to look at, but those screens are 3 seconds delayed. So it's not as easy as like the engineer is just looking at the footage and looking at the onboard and can look at the car behind and like, no, like you have to preemptively talk about it. And again, I'm not defending well, I guess I am defending the engineers, but it's more like, I used to have this opinion when I first got into the sport of like, wow, the engineer is being dumb, but it's like, it's a really hard job to do, especially at a track like Monaco. And again, I don't blame the drivers, but yeah, I guess in that instance, I'm not blaming Lando. I'm more just talking about why does Lando retaliate? Maybe he didn't, like you said. Don't worry, King. You are the best. All you need is time. There's always a next one. Argentina stands with you. Sup, Thomas? Up, ease up. Are you American? No, I'm Australian. What is that accent? Wait, you can't tell what accent I have? I grew up in New Zealand, lived in Australia, and now I live in the UK. So my accent is a hybrid Kiwi Australian accent. I would say the best way to describe my accent is it's an Australian accent with New Zealand. Is it dialect? Is the right word? Like I pronounce my words like a Kiwi, but I have an Australian accent. So like I say data, I say dance, I say France. I imagine we had a straight in a tunnel underwater where you can see the water. That would be sick. Ponden sounds Kiwi to my Aussie ears. Yeah, in my F125 ad that I posted on Insta and TikTok. If you haven't seen that yet, it's a fun little video. It's not really even an ad. Me, Hannah, and Luke played a little quiz. And I'm actually really happy with the video turned out. It was really good vibes. Did anyone see it? Did anyone see it? Anyways, in that I say 68. And I sound so Kiwi when I say it. I'm like, 68. Jarius, what's up, dude? Max is the fastest lap this session with medium. It's easier with medium or softer. We'll have to find out. I mean, last weekend we saw medium was probably a better tire for qualifying because it doesn't overheat. Maybe that's the case here as well. McLaren won't make the podium this weekend. Yeah, I think they'll be lucky to get on the podium. Well, in saying that, yesterday's session, they're at near the top. Okay, kid. Don't do that movement. The kid's doing this. Don't do that. That doesn't look right. Okay, someone needs to pick up that tripod. Why is that hanging on the track? What's up, J-Rod? Oh, I forgot we have an F2 sprint race in between. That's going to be chaos. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I want a new substance. What are you going to do? Hannah, read my message. Wait. Italian Batch and George Clark are in Monaco as well with L'Oreal Paris. What the fuck? Every content creator's in Monaco. Tomo's there right now. Will and Edith arrived. Holy shit. Is there still a chance of rain in Quali? Ooh. Don't think so anymore. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Hannah was looking at the weather all week. She was going there and she was like, it's raining. And now it rained on like Wednesday and that's it. No, it's not gonna rain today. And tomorrow, yeah, it's not gonna rain tomorrow either. No rain in Monaco after it was looking to rain all week. Weather people are dumb. Bro, I keep... Oh, fuck. I need to stop opening Instagram. There's too many creators in Monaco and I want to look at all their shit. But I keep opening Instagram and then stopping myself. Whoa, Hog about to P7 while I was watching. Where's Albon? P5. This is going to be such a tight quality, man. Waterloo's quite far off Hulk at the moment. Actually, he's only just started on a soft tire, isn't he? Maybe you should go to Monaco as well. I wish, man. Why isn't Ponden the racer in Monaco? Ponden the racer. Wait, where did the Ponden the racer meme come from? You guys all call me Ponden the racer for so long. Where did that even come from? What's up, Beatstar? Yuki looking good? Yeah, I mean, he's still 8/10 off Max. I think it's one of those things. When Max is at the front of the grid, it makes the second driver look good because it means they have the car. Simply. Name of the wallet. Oh, has Yuki got old spec car? I didn't know that. He crashed last week. Old front wing and floor. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. He couldn't make another part in time. I mean, surely you can have like a new front wing. Or do they not mix match? Like they wouldn't put the new front wing. I guess that makes sense. If he's fucked the chassis and they don't have a spare chassis, they wouldn't put a new front wing on with the old chassis because that would probably be clapped. When do you reckon the World Drivers' Championship will be won? I think it's going to go down to Abu Dhabi at this rate. Unless Piastri keeps nabbing like if he wins 2 out of the 3, like let's say in every 4 races, Piastri gets 2 wins, Lando gets 1, Max gets 1, then yeah, Piastri would probably win it before Abu Dhabi, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it goes all the way down to Abu Dhabi. My prediction was 4 drivers in the fight in Abu Dhabi, but I think Russell's getting enough points now to stay in it. James is using a snowball mic. Wait, who? Wait, James who? Oh, James Vales. I don't have Sky Sports. So I was like, James Hinchcliffe, he's at Indy 500. By the way, for you guys doing a watch along who are on Sky Sports, is it weird listening to me talk about the F1 TV broadcast, or does it not really make a difference? Max improving even more. I guess sometimes I'll be like reacting to like the F1 TV specific footage because obviously we all see the same footage, but sometimes when they do the mini screen, or like sometimes I'll mold it or like laugh at Jolien, but you guys can't hear it. Yeah, Max is on it. Okay, he's going quicker on the softs. Wow. Oh, now he's lost time. Okay, maybe the tires are dropping off. Maybe the medium is better. Maybe this is proof the mediums are better. No. It's pretty similar, to be fair. Mediums, you can probably just push more. Medium tire better than softs now. Over 1 lap, yeah, because the overheating gets so dumb. Pirelli suck. They make a soft tire that can't last the whole lap. They make a hard tire that can go the whole race. And the medium's just the goated tire. So your race just becomes med to hard. Med, safety car comes out, go hard, boom, done. I mean, obviously it's going to be different this weekend with a 2-stop, but... Hamilton looks off it today in comparison to yesterday. He's going to complain about the setup changing overnight. Bring back Ultra. No! It's this. That still exists. That has to be my biggest pet peeve in Formula 1. Let's bring back the old tires. Those tires still exist. We still have 6 compounds in the sport. They just label them different. So the only difference is instead of having a purple tire, it's just soft, medium, and hard. GD the King, they were the vote. Purple cooler anyway. No, I like that they made the change. It makes it easier for the viewer to just be like, all right, this is the softest this weekend, this is the mediumest this weekend, this is the hardest weekend. What the fuck was that, Liam? Did he make a mistake there? I wasn't paying attention. He'd lock up. V-Car, what are you doing? Where's the pace gone from yesterday, man? I started hyping you guys up. Should make a maid outfit soon? Yeah. I saw the vision, but top 6 was a big ass. He should have said Q3. Even that's not gonna happen. What do you think? All these grid drop? Yeah, we discussed it already. I think he should have been penned, but getting a pen in the race is bullshit for practice. I think it should just been a hard. Nice mic, bro. I reckon some people like Hamilton and V-Carb aren't pushing because of Q3 being soon. I mean, yeah, 100%. But there would probably only be a few tenths, not as much as what Liam and Hedge are off right now in comparison to yesterday. To be honest, I don't think Hedge's time is too bad. Liam's is just poo because he fucked up that final lap. So, the end. The tires now, the teams are just allocated to certain stuff in a old system. They could choose between more tires. No, you're still limited to 3 compounds a weekend. I'm 99% sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm 99% sure you couldn't go ultra soft and hard in the same race. You are still limited to 3 compounds. So the difference is, back in 2018 and before, you'd have 6 tire compounds, but they'd only use 3 a weekend. Sometimes it'd be hard, ultra soft, super soft, soft. Sometimes it'd be soft, medium, hard. And that still exists today. You got 6 compounds and they only use 3. So all they've done is they've gone, okay, instead of having 6 different color compounds, let's just keep the 6 compounds, but the softest of the weekend is soft, the medium of the medium, the middle is the medium, and the hardest of the hard. So it's just easier for viewers to just be like, oh, that's the hardest tire this weekend. Rather than a casual viewer tuning in being like, is the soft the hardest this weekend, or is the hard the hardest this weekend? All it is a visual change to make it easier for viewers. And everyone's like, bring back these tires! Those tires still fucking exist! Nothing changed, there's still 6 compounds. Shut up. Actually, I think there's 7 this year. I always found this hyper super name stupid. Yeah, if you could have 6 names that were different, I would agree. Like, if you could find, like feather, soft, medium, hard, rock, then fair enough. But, like, super soft, soft, ultra soft, it's just dumb. Dumb naming scheme. I agree the colors were cool, though. Alban matching his time, though. Yuki matching his time as well. Oh my god, are we going to have 3 people match their time in a row? Oh my god, we just had 3 drivers basically match their time. The end what? Over the wallet. Why is Oscar intent? Did anything happen? I don't think he's done a push lap yet. Here we go. Here he is. But even this isn't looking quick. Wow, qualifying's gonna be so good later. Why has no one tried the mediums after seeing how good they looked on Max? Like, Max is literally at the top of the session on mediums and no one's looking. No one's giving it a try. Yeah, why is no one going mediums then, bruh? Same as last week, estimate on the mediums, yeah. What does it go with fry suits? I reckon people are now going to show up to quality and try the mediums, and then they're going to be like, oh, we gave it a shot. We had no info. So give it a try in practice. Viz, same with Wallet. That only has one set of mediums left. Oh, that might be why they're not trying it. Hmm. Why has Estimate and AFK? Yeah, what happened to them? McLaren is quick. I just don't think they're confident. I think my argument to this was, yeah, I think it is confidence, but it's also like Red Bull also wasn't great at street circuits last year. I think making a quick car just doesn't seem to be quick at these street circuits for some reason. Because your car is so sensitive. No, I was going with Piastri. I've seen he had a horrible traffic, but still, what's going on? Yeah, I don't think McLaren's quick, right? Or he's not feeling it right now. Yeah, quality's going to be banging. Alright, guys, we've got 10 minutes left to practice. If you've enjoyed it so far, hit the follow button down below. We do watch-alongs like this for every Grand Prix weekend, for every session. So join me later on today for quali. Join me tomorrow for the race. We're going to be staying live in between practice sessions. We've got F1 Fantasy to do, F1 Predict to do. We've got qualifying highlights from previous years to watch. And we've got F2 Sprint Race to watch. Here we go. Piastri setting some purples now. 2/10 off. That's a better lap from Piastri. He heard us dissing him. He heard us dissing him. Ah. Yeah, I don't know why anyone's not going on mediums. Max is clearly doing better on the mediums, so why not go out and give it a try? Colapinto lighting up the timesheet. Yeah, he's been in last, but pretty much every session. Goes to show how confidence heavy this track is. Yeah, Williams going to be better than Merck. Oh, Leclerc actually maxing out on the softs. Liam P7! That's the V-carb we saw in practice 2. I told you, Liam pole position today. Liam is getting pole today. Ooh, 50 milliseconds. This is going to be such a good quality later on today. We've got the Leclerc, Max, and the McLarens fighting for pole. We've got Hamilton, the Williams, V-carb, Sonoda and Mercedes, and Alonso fighting for the rest of Q3. And then we got the back group in the mix. Limitless could be a shout, but at the same time, like, what if I put Alonso, what if I put McLaren in my team and then one of them goes down Q1? Limitless is way too risky. I think you might, maybe, yeah, final fix will actually be a shout after qualifying. Because, like, if you have someone in your team, you could swap them out for you to qualify better, yeah. Here we go. Now Norris might go up to the top of the timings. No, only P3, but it's tight. Yeah, Max has gone on the soft, so no, he's not happy. I wonder if Max will qualify. Imagine Max gets track record pole on mediums. I actually don't think we're gonna get the track record today. We're 1 second off the track record. I mean, we're gonna be quicker than last year for sure. I think we already are better than last year's time. Monaco 2024 qualifying. Oh, wow. No, last year's qualifying time was a 10-2. Yeah, I actually don't think we're going to beat last year's qualifying time, aka the track record, because these tires suck. Track record was 10-1 from Hamilton in 2019. But Leclerc's pole time last year was 10-2. Hey. Woo. Get on a cooldown. Be quiet. Or did he slow down because of the traffic? Yeah, Max does not like these stuffs. There we go. Leclerc purple again. Oh, Leclerc 2/10 up. Go away, Leclerc, man. We're on a tight quali, not you dominating. We're in the 10s. We're in the 10s. Best time of the weekend. I think that's best time of the weekend, right? Whoa, Piastri really pushing. Tom Stullard. Liam improving. Liam improving. No. Who's crashed? Don't ruin Liam's lap. Good. No, he backed out. He's sandbagging. He doesn't want to show his pole pace. He doesn't want to show his pole pace. King of the streets, hoe in the sheets. What? Liam doesn't have pole pace? Wait, really? I genuinely thought he did with that 8/10 off lap. If he just tries harder, I reckon he could. Oh, yellow. Who's this for? Oh! Has he crashed? Or has he just got something? Has he just hit the wall? Oh, red flag for Lewis. Oh, he's got a puncture. Oh, no. Okay, thankfully it's not a crash. But that is not what you want to do in FP3. What do I say? If anyone crashes in the end of FP3, they're a bum. Well, that's the session done. But where's he crashed? Don't cry. I know you spent 3,000 euros to go to this Grand Prix to see your favorite driver, but it's okay. When's he hit the wall, though? Yeah, that will be fine for quali, but that's just going to rock your confidence. What I say, Lewis going out Q2. Why do I feel like he's hit a car here? Because where is he? He's at the top of the hill, right? Yeah, I reckon he's hit a car here. Where has he crashed otherwise? Oh, he's lost the rear. Oh, whoa. That's actually a bigger hit than I thought. Oh, Jolien. Oh, we're so fucking alike, bro. Yeah, you got the turbulent air from the two cars in front. Hmm. I don't think that would be. Jolin reckons it could be a gearbox. I don't think it'll be a gearbox, but that is a lot of work. Like, it's not. It doesn't look like a lot of work, but the suspension's just so fucky and delicate. You're gonna have to take it all off, put it on again. You might have to check the stuff inside. Ugh. Hope he doesn't have to like change his setup. Sky saying gearbox, really? Oh, first time I've heard a driver kind of like upset that their teammate crashed. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Leclerc needs his teammate to help him. Wow! Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, that's the session done. That's the session done. Did Hamilton crash? He did. He did. The gods put a hit on the frog Ferrari. Hey, hey. That's a cool car just chilling in the casino. Yeah, worst time to crash right at the end of the session. Ugh, I mean, that's a new gearbox of how hard he hit the rear. Really? Beautiful scenery. All right, well, guys, that wraps up FP3. We've got Leclerc topping the session once again. Let's power the predictions for Leclerc again. Three practice sessions at the top. We got Verstappen P2. I think he's definitely going to be in the fight. Norris and Piastri will be in the fight if they can manage their confidence. Hamilton P5, but crashing out. Albon P6, Liam P7, Sainz P8, Tsunoda P9, Antonelli and Russell look nowhere in the murk. Alonso will be in the mix. Hulkenberg, good laps from him. Gasly P14, Stroll P15, Behrman P16, Hadja quite far down at the moment, P17, Ocon P18, Bortoleto P19, and Colapinto P20 again. Yeah, I think the medium tire is better, but a lot of people couldn't actually try the medium because a lot of people couldn't try the medium tire because they don't have enough sets to give it a shot. Why are we watching this guy on the boat? Oh my god, what is that guy doing, bro? That is cringe. Yeah, guys, thank you all for tuning on in for FP3. We're going to be staying live now on Twitch all the way through to qualifying. We've got F1 Fantasy to do, F1 Predict to do, highlights from previous years to watch, and we've got F2 Sprint Race, so stick around. If you're over on YouTube, I'm going to end the stream there. Again, come over to Twitch. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later on today for qualifying. Thank you all for tuning on in. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.